Welcome, my loves. And if you're new to me, I am Johanna Burkhardt. I am a spiritual teacher and healer. And I'm so excited to welcome you into January 2020. This is an energy update for Gemini. This is for Gemini. And I'm so excited to bring forth this reading for you. As I tuned into your energy before I hit the record button, I could feel this massive activation happening at your root. And it felt almost like a Kundalini awakening. I feel like for some, they may experience a Kundalini awakening, right? Because we're in that great awakening, according to the Pleiadians and my Pleiadian guide. So you may be awakening for the first time. You may be coming into the next stage of your awakening, or any of those things. But I really feel like there's something at the root that is being upheavaled as a way of purifying your path and realigning you and bringing you back into coherence. So the overall energy for you this month is massive transmutation. And it's really about you stepping onto your soul's path. So as I tuned in, a lot of you felt as if you are really kind of off your path, right? You have really dived into or bringing a lot of attention and awareness to things that are outside of you. So money, identity, labels, security, who you are or what other people think of you, right? And a lot of you are already in that energy at the end of December, right? But if you're not, you're going to be coming into that energy where you really find yourself just really kind of distracted almost by all the things outside of you. And it's kind of a representation, though, of where you've kind of given your power away, because those things are what you are allowing to define you. You are allowing your status or your financial status, even your relationship, your comfort. You're allowing yourself to sit in this comfort zone and allow those things to be what define your success in this life. And what's going to be happening as we move towards this full moon on January 10th, which is in Cancer, which is a very watery sign, right? It's going to be causing this upheaval. It's really going to be bringing some things to the surface that haven't been serving you. And it's really asking you to redefine your success for yourself without those things. It's asking you to let go of all of those things, which can be very scary. Trust me, I've just went through it. It's very scary when they ask you to let go of all the things that you have labeled or identified or held on to that have made you feel secure and comfortable. And the reason why they're asking you to let go is because you have kind of deviated from your path, right? This path is for you to reclaim your sovereignty. It's for you to reclaim that power and to define your worth and your success from who you are internally. And your commitment to that self, that is true success. And failure only comes in when you begin to only define yourself from those things outside of you. So the first part of this month, as we're coming into that full moon, right? Again, that energy is rising, it's building, and it's really allowing you to see all these external things that you've been holding on to. And asking you to really tune into what really matters to you and to go within yourself, to dive into those heavy emotions that are coming up, the things that you have feared to touch, the things that you have feared to feel, to dive in and allow those emotions to actually nourish you and to help you to redefine your door to value, right? How can you unlock your worthiness from within you and re-anchor yourself in that energy? And as you come through this full moon, into between the full moon and the new moon, I feel like you're going to be in this energy where, for a lot of you, I feel like there's going to be some patterns ending, and you are going to be really seeing really seeing and feeling these energies for the first time in a way that you have never felt before. And you're really going to be taking an honest look at yourself and saying, gosh, what serves me and what doesn't? Can I continue on this way? And for some of you, you're not, right? So it's going to be patterns that are going to end. Relationships are going to end. Your maybe even jobs are going to end. There's an ending here that's coming in the middle of the month, and it's an ending by your choice. It's an ending because whatever you have done, consciously or unconsciously, is creating this reality of things have got to end. Enough is enough. It's time for you to come back to your path now. It's time for you to step back in. You've kind of gone off course. And so I feel like for some, it's going to be a divine intervention. It's going to be where they start taking things away, right? Not purposely, because they're really not taking it, but you are creating that by saying it's not available to you, right? By the way that you're defining and choosing your reality. So anytime we limit ourselves and we say that this is how it has to be, we are actually taking choices and opportunities and possibilities away from us, and it will feel like things are being stripped. And for others, they're going to consciously choose to walk away. They're going to muster up that courage, and they're going to walk away, and they're going to choose again. They're going to walk away from the toxic relationships or the relationships that just aren't serving them. They're going to walk away from the jobs that aren't serving them, right? They're going to be walking away from the patterns and beliefs and programmings that they have been running. Some of you consciously running. You know what you're doing, and you're still doing it. So in that middle of that month, you're going to be walking away. You're going to be stepping away. It's going to be taken away, however you want to see it. That there's going to be an ending here. And in that ending, it's going to feel like an emptiness. It's going to feel like constriction or lack, because when you enter into that void, that space of creation, it's blank. And it's not meant to be as in there's nothing here for me. There's nothing available for me. There's no light for me. This is dark. It's scary. I don't understand, and it's uncertain. To that mindset switch, right? That frequency switch that goes, oh my gosh, that is not what's happening right now. Right now I've entered into the void, and right now I've entered into the space of infinite creation, infinite possibility, and I get to choose what I want to be, where I want to go, who I want to be with and do it with. I get to make all the choices, and the choices are limitless. In this energy, you reclaim your victory, you reclaim your sovereignty, and you say, I'm going to persevere. I get to choose what I want. I get to choose what defines me. I am the judge and the jury. Nobody else. And as you come into the new moon in Aquarius, a fellow air sign, on January 23rd, 1, 2, 3, this is going to be felt in your bones, your hair, your joints, your skin, your nails, your teeth, all the places where we hold the programs that are running. And so for a lot of you, you may get sick at this time. You may get a cold. You may feel exhausted. You may get the flu. You may feel a time to rest and recalibrate as you go through this deep purging that's taking place. Because remember, you chose, whether consciously or unconsciously, to have this ending. And so now that energy's got to purge, where reality is, it's really just transforming. In that moment, that energy that's rising up, that's releasing, that has come to the surface, you've been given this opportunity to transform it and integrate it back into the whole, to use it as fuel to light your soul. So as you come into that new moon, I feel for some of you, you're going to be feeling really good as you come out of this great purge, this great transmutation. But what they're saying is, don't let external influences shape and shift your choices. Because for some of you, you're going to come out of it and you're going to say, well, gosh, why would I want to change anything? Look, I have this beautiful home. I have this great relationship. I have all these things that cognitively, I should be so grateful and appreciative for. Why would I want to go and throw that all away for some uncertain pipe dream? To expand my consciousness. Why would I want to walk into the unknown when right here is nice and comfortable and safe? For some of you, it's nice and comfortable and unsafe, yet you stay because it's familiar. And so what they're telling you is, don't look at that infinite, unknown, uncertain possibility, that space of creation where you get to walk out and build and create your reality as you go. Don't see that as something that is what is the right word for this? Don't look at it as a big, scary, monumentous thing that you are choosing and you are giving up something for, okay? It's almost like they make it a this or that. If I choose this, then I'll be giving up this. And they're saying, no, that is not the case, because if you choose to stay in that safe zone, and you do have free will, if you choose to stay in that safe zone out of fear of the unknown and the uncertain, then you are locking that gate. You are imprisoning yourself into that space where you can only see what's outside of you, because you have closed all the doors of what's possible for you by your own choice. They want you to know that by doing so, you are giving up. You are choosing not to play in the realm of infinite possibility and opportunity. And you are limiting yourself to the only safe reality that you have known. But for a lot of you, I don't feel that you're going to be doing that. I feel like you're going to be choosing the infinite possibilities. You're going to be choosing to walk into the unknown and the uncertainty, coming back, recommitting, re-anchoring to that very value you had to find within you, inside of yourself. The very thing that says, I am judge and jury. I know who I am at a soul level, and that cannot be defined by a relationship. That cannot be defined by what I own physically. That cannot be defined by my monetary value. Who I am, my success, my love for myself is defined by myself and no one else. And it is at the end of this month, I feel that nasty knot that you have built inside of yourself, intertwined with all kinds of things that aren't serving you, begins to unwind itself. And you come full circle into this energy of commitment to your journey, commitment to yourself and your soul and nobody else. Because it is when we give all to ourselves and commit to ourselves that we become the change that we want to see in ourselves. And therefore, we become the change that we want to see in the world. And we become that beacon of light, and we become that example by having the courage to honor what our soul is asking us to do and entering into that soul evolution. It's like I want to clap. It's like a beautiful reading. And I know for some they may, well, I don't feel like that's beautiful. But it really is, because your overall energy is transmutation. So you're completely coming full circle, and you're allowing the density to become light and for this expansion to occur, this commitment to yourself. It's a really beautiful thing. So I'm going to pull a couple of cards. They're usually confirmation of the information that just spewed out of me. But sometimes it's extra messages. And while I'm shuffling, I want to invite you to a free workshop that I'm holding on January 2nd. It is a Thursday, if you're in the US. And if this is free workshop, we're going to be learning to see clearly in 2020, seeing with our whole self and creating the reality that we are desiring. If you are hearing this after January 2nd, I invite you to click the description box and join anyway, because you will get access to the replay. And we have an amazing, intimate community. And I'm excited to interact with more of you and impact you guys more on a soul-to-soul level. So I really invite you to join that space. All right, so additional messages or confirmations, please, for Gemini for January 2020, Spirit. Thank you. Whoops. All right. Gemini, January 2020. 3 cards, 3 cards. Oh, yes, beautiful, beautiful energy here. All right. So, excuse me. First one was She-Wolf, unleash the wild within. Okay. So this is reconnecting with your emotions, with your all the parts and pieces of your being. This is allowing for your true self, what truly defines you, what truly is who you are, to be unleashed, to be awakened. And I really feel this so strongly. In fact, for some of you, I feel like there's going to be an event that you have manifested into your reality to almost trigger this awakening within your solar plexus that's going to be occurring. Really unleashing the true you, begging for you to tap into that energy. The second one is the water guardian, connect with your emotions, right? I really feel like this is more tuned to that full moon and Cancer energy, and you really diving into that emotion, really allowing for that emotion to be felt, to be accepted, to be loved, to be seen and heard, to know that it is safe to feel it and to allow it to feed your soul. It's so important for you guys this month to tap into, lean into those emotions and allow them to nourish you. It's so important. And then the last one is Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted, right? And again, I feel like this is like that coming towards the end, right? Coming into that new moon and finishing out January. This is a re-anchoring of yourself. This is that reconnection to yourself. This is that coming full circle, right? You opened up, you unleashed, and now you're coming fully around and re-anchoring back into yourself, recommitting to yourself, allowing your energy to be fully anchored into this physical vessel. It's such a beautiful reading, such beautiful confirmation for you guys all. So I will be back in the middle of the month for the mid-month bump. You will want to look for the air signs reading, because the mid-month bumps are going to be collective readings for all air signs. So I invite you to check that out. And I want to let you know, if you need help, if you are struggling emotionally, if you need assistance, reach out. Join my community. Book a session with me. You are not alone. You don't have to do this on your own. You don't have to figure everything out. You can lean back and accept help. You can allow yourself to enter into that space and to be held while you reclaim those lost parts and pieces of yourself. So thank you guys for joining me, and namaste.